Good morning and welcome to the Tech Lab Brief, your daily technology heartbeat and reminder that the rumors of machines taking over have been greatly exaggerated. We are your hosts,
My name is Jaden.
and I'm BK. Let's jump right into it. But before we do, I just want to let you know about what we're going to talk about today in today's news segment. What do we talk about today, Jay?
We got a lot of financial news to cover.
Bum, bum, ba-dum,
A lot of money news.
ba-dum,
A lot of money to cover.
bum, ba-dum. Thought, let's do it. Well, tech finance, right?
Tech finance, of course.
Yes, sir. All right. IBM stock dropped 25%. Wow. Major shifts in enterprise AI spending. So IBM shocked investors after issuing a preliminary earnings warning, saying many enterprise customers were redirecting technology budgets toward AI infrastructure, such as GPUs, memory, and data center hardware. The announcement triggered IBM's largest single-day stock decline on record, highlighting how the priorities of AI investments are changing. 25%.
Wow. IBM is what, over a century years old? A century?
That's right. We looked
Founded
it up.
over a century ago?
1911 was the founding date. So if today's 2026, that gives it 115 years old.
Wow. And this was one of the biggest drops in the company's history, wasn't it?
In the company's history. I wonder where it stands in, Wall Street history. We could look it up, maybe share that information with you later. But I guess there's one main implication here that I wanted to cover about, I guess it's a continuation from yesterday. We were comparing the AI versus industrial revolution and how there's reports of how what's happening in the AI revolution right now is going to happen over a shorter period of time, right? And yes, the headline very much is that IBM stock drops 25% in the blink of an eye. And on that note, remember that the Tech Lab Brief is your daily reminder that the reports of machines taking over have been greatly exaggerated. Because IBM, at the end of the day, is its own company. And companies will do what they have to do to survive. And if they do, well, there's only so much that a company can do, right? Because at the end of the day, the market wants what it wants. And on that note, perfect segue. I think in some ways, everything we say is a perfect segue to the next story, isn't it?
Let's see.
All right, Jalen.
Let's get into the next one. So, Elon refuels Grok. Elon Musk quietly buys an energy company to power AI expansion. So to give you some more context, regulatory filings revealed that Elon Musk acquired APR Energy, a company specializing in rapidly deploying deployable gas-powered electricity systems. So while the acquisition is confirmed, Musk has not publicly explained how the company will be used or which of his businesses it may support. But what do you think about that? Why do you think Elon Musk might want to take a dip into this?
Elon Musk quietly buys energy company.
Wasn't publicly listed,
Wasn't SpaceX that bought it, was it?
no, it was him.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk wasn't listed under any specific company.
I just
The official listing listed Elon Musk as the buyer.
Well, I guess where did the listing come from, if you can recall?
Let's
Well, we don't.
FTC filings identified Musk as a buyer. Well,
So if it was reported to the FTC, then this company must have been some sort of, it had to have been the company on public record, a public company probably. It's Elon that bought it. And also that the headline itself is that Elon refuels Grok, right? Does it actually is it confirmed that it's for Grok? Because we also said that it's
no.
right.
So it's not confirmed.
He hasn't said anything.
It's not confirmed about which of his companies this exact APR Energy might support. But I mean, we have seen that AI's biggest bottleneck, as of late, is rapidly becoming electricity. And so,
which is another story that we'll cover in a bit, huh?
yeah.
because we have a lot more interesting stories to cover. Sorry, Elon. This is a very interesting one too, but at the end of the day, this story is contingent on you letting us know what's up with this acquisition. And on that note, Stripe wants PayPal. So Stripe and Advent launch a $53 billion bid for PayPal. Stripe has partnered with a private equity firm called Advent in an unsolicited offer. So they've just thrown it out there, right? To acquire PayPal for approximately $53 billion. And this would combine one of the world's largest payment infrastructure companies with one of the biggest consumer digital wallets. Pause and process that for a moment. Stripe is buying PayPal, not the other way around, because PayPal is.
I know.
Wait, if we're talking about PayPal, can't we just bring up Elon again?
Is it another excuse to bring up Elon Musk? They could go back to this story.
Yeah. So this is just it's a nice step away from AI, right?
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of AI talk, and if for those of you who caught the brief yesterday with Ben as our co-host, he did make a point about even as we were planning the brief, he was like, "Can we do some stories not related to AI?" But yeah, so today we're doing finance, and Stripe hits it with this offer.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really interesting. Stripe has spent years becoming one of the world's biggest fintech companies. All right. And now it's trying to buy out one of the companies that essentially defined the field.
Back to that Jordan LeBron situation. I love you, LeBron, but I really want to do Jordan Kobe. I will really I love you, LeBron. You are the king, yes, of this modern era of basketball. But Jordan and Kobe,
Mm.
that'll keep coming back. And is PayPal the Michael Jordan of digital finance?
I think it's not ridiculous to say that. I think that's a pretty reasonable point.
Yeah. There's a lot behind that story. We might want to go into it at a later point in time, because I believe that was the first successful exit by Elon Musk that gave him his initial capital to begin the empire building that he's done. And Stripe, we could definitely equate Stripe to being Kobe, the Kobe of digital finance. Because yeah, PayPal beginning in like 99, I think it was like pre.com.
When did PayPal? When did Stripe?
Late 2000s, like 2009,
Late 2000s?
is the number I'll just throw out there.
Mm.
And
You wouldn't say PayPal is more of a LeBron?
so then who would be the Jordan? Who's the old?
Not PayPal. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
but being more of a LeBron.
No,
Just trying to
no comment.
match the time.
Just,
Oh man.
bro. That is the question, and I will let that simmer in my head a little bit, because maybe actually it does come to mind who would be the third on the goat mountain of digital finance, but maybe we'll save that for a later brief.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on to
So DeepSeek IPO. DeepSeek IPO rumors signal China's biggest AI company may go public. So reports indicate that Chinese AI leader DeepSeek is evaluating for a potential initial public offering as demand for open weight AI models continue to surge. The company is also reportedly seeking to raise $1.5 billion in private funding ahead of a potential Shanghai listing.
Shanghai. Okay, because I did Wall Street over here, but
Now we're off to Shanghai.
now we're off to Shanghai. I'm trying to remember what is the name of the Shanghai index. Very important to know. There's the main Wall Street ones are the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. And those are the three big ones. And then there's other ones in the US too. I think there's a Chicago index and whatnot. There might even be a Canadian one. But then overseas, we have there's a Shanghai. It's literally just like a Shanghai index. And then Japan gets the cake for the top one. But I may have done a little, that may be a little too much of a tangential yap there. The bigger news is that DeepSeek is going for what? What is it? 1.5?
Seeking $1.5 billion in private funding.
Ahead of the listing. Yes. So they're not even, that's not how much they're just saying, hey, can we get $1.5 billion to Go public.
I mean, but no public filing has been made. They're still evaluating or kind of exploring the public market options. So, still very interesting.
Exploring options. Right. This was the one that's more of a rumor than a confirmed filing or anything.
So no official IPO filing has been announced as of yet.
So DeepSeek is going for public, and I guess there's a bit of a financial narrative we could go in, but I think we want to keep going as we've gone a little bit over time on the new segment, which we could also talk about readjusting too, because there's so much juicy stuff to get into with the news if we do it right. So Gemma 4 continues Google's open model push. Google announced Gemma 4, a version of its OpenAI model optimized to run directly on Pixel 10's Tensor G5 chip, enabling AI to run on device instead of on the cloud.
So instead of AI living in massive data centers, we have it, living in our pockets now?
Yeah, I mean, I think you asked earlier about Apple, whether Apple does it or not. And there was this short period of time where Apple released their own open source model, and it kind of went nowhere. The plan was to, have it be on device, but anyway, good for Google to be moving ahead with Gemma 4. It's always nice to see these, and I personally do enjoy seeing these tech companies that have kind of successfully gotten into their own model development, like continuing progress. It was a little bit disappointing. It was very exciting to see Apple release its own open source model, but then a little disappointing to see them kind of call it quits. That they call it quits is just all who knows. But that seems to be the next step, on device.
Right. Everything being local.
The market wants what it wants, right? And that brings our briefing today to an end. Which brings us to today's knowledge segment. Today's knowledge segment is brought to you by BK Tech Labs, ushering in an era of collective intelligence, putting an end to the gatekeeping of knowledge. Join us, become a member, and help shape the narrative.
All right, what do we have to talk about today?
So yesterday we had across the news that we covered, we ended up having a really nice conversation about, one of the news articles was talking about economists. I think it said top economists and Nobel laureates.
Right.
That mentioned how the AI revolution would be taking over, would eclipse the Industrial Revolution, and
at a much faster time too.
In
a much faster time,
right? So we asked AI about it, and we were doing a rechat. We were looking through it on rechat. So we were right up to here because we talked about how the Industrial Revolution is mechanizing the muscle, while the AI revolution mechanizes the mind. Remember that?
All right. We stood on that for pretty much
that was pretty much our whole knowledge. So yeah, kind of digging into the nuances of that. So yeah, we are seeing how this mechanization of the mind is, and we did a very finance heavy conversation today on the news brief, and how, yes, IBM just went like that. I mean, it's still here. It's still IBM, and we closed off talking about Gemma, Google with Gemma going for on device, and we are feeling how the shift is moving towards local, right? Running things for myself, whether I'm a business or an individual consumer. It seems like there's this growing demand for, if I'm going to mechanize the mind, I kind of want to own it myself, right?
Right.
So there's some interesting points here in the rechat about where it further compares the AI and Industrial Revolution. And the Industrial Revolution is considered to have gone until 1914. And
I didn't know that.
it's funny, you can see these like building blocks of technology being defined here, right? Steam,
Mm,
coal, electricity, which it's funny with Elon
back to Elon.
buying the energy company, right? I don't think we covered this one, but it's not a solar company that he
So
bought.
yeah, it's a gas deployable company.
Gas and diesel, right?
Ah,
So it kind of goes to show how some forms of technology are timeless. And yeah, the target of automation was physical labor, manufacture, and transport. Cognitive tasks, decision making, and creativity are what's kind of being automated here now with AI. And I guess it's saying that the time to maturity, well, the industrial revolution we can definitively say because there's clear boundaries, but for AI revolution, saying about 10 to 30 years. And then what's it say here? Deploying instantly via software globally. Let's pause there.
I mean, it's not like the industrial revolution, right? Where we kind of have to, where it takes some time for things to actually take an effect in our markets and in how people live, right? AI though, it seems like these things are coming back to back, back to back, back to back. You know, new Claude update, new GPT model, and it's on a global scale as well via the internet. So I can say I think that attributes to why it's going so much faster as well.
I mean, the AI is developing itself at this point, is it not?
Right? I mean, a lot of Claude developers or a lot of Claude researchers, not that they're completely letting Claude develop itself, but a lot of the actual coding, a lot of the actual technical work is starting to be done by their Claude models.
Yeah. Well, I think which brings us back to that point we raised earlier. I think it was during the previous, this last time, and we mentioned about the importance of, or rather, finding that balance in the human intervention, right?
Mm,
So, at what point in a software, not just software, but technology development cycle, do you say, all right, we should have a human expert, right? And that human does need to be an expert. That human can't like, try to pull in those big number salaries
right.
and not have that domain expertise, right?
Mhm.
To be that human in the cycle that says, okay, this looks good,
Mm.
or maybe we should step back and review. And that's probably one area that AI can automate because there is like, let's in context of software engineering, there's like code, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid names here. There are solutions for code review, AI-based code review,
Mhm.
and it either works or it works probably like 99% of the time, right? But as we said yesterday, we must always question the AI,
Always be skeptical.
which brought me to kind of merge those two points together and just say we must always question the 99%. I don't know. And not in a bad way, right? Just saying,
No, of
hey,
course
like
not.
let's pause here, right? I understand everything feels like it's moving so fast and like I'm going to get left behind. But you know what? It's still there's still 24 hours to a day, right? And yes, and like yes, it does matter how we spend every second of our lives, how we manage our schedules and what we do with our time. But is that any different than what the narrative was in the past? Right? Hasn't it always been the case? It's just now getting magnified,
Mm.
right? Because yes, the mind has become mechanized. Or the ability to mechanize the mind has grown, is growing exponentially.
Our cognitive thinking, our problem solving skills, starting to be mechanized. I mean, we were talking about some people who are yesterday, some people who are like over reliant sort of allowing the models to make almost all of their decisions. So a lot of mechanizing the mind, I'd say.
Yeah. And uh, yeah, I do want to share a follow-up point here because I think it's relevant to us as our tech labs and what we're doing. As we prepare the brief, and this whole brief program is ongoing. Every day brings something new. And you came onto the brief the first time as co-host yesterday, Jaden, and today that was one run. That was our first run together. And then today, I feel we were much more streamlined. But still, I mean, obviously we're using the assistance of AI to help prepare these briefs. And we're not, I don't think we should at any point try to pretend like I outputted this body of work without the help of AI.
Right.
And if you did, say it. Like I will, like it would be very impressive if you could churn out this body of work with it. And sometimes there is a need for that. But stepping back to the main point, so you were preparing the text of the brief, the content of the textual content of the brief, and you used AI. And yes, it is very good to have that extra human review, which we if everything plans out really well, we have that extra time to do it. And we did just so happen to have that extra time today, didn't we?
We did.
Every iteration of the brief, we're finding ways to streamline it, make it better. You kind of see where I'm going with this.
Mm.
And I guess to share the joke, Jaden, and along with the other young interns, very quick to say we should use AI to automate this. And I'm like, nah, we gotta experience the pain. We gotta do the hard work manually. Gotta experience that, and then we can find the ways to automate from that. And I guess that's enough of that yapping. And before we bring the knowledge segment to an end, because we are close to time yet again, and maybe we'll do a quick one to the barcade just because. Just to finish this, the key risks, very good. In the Industrial Revolution, it was labor exploitation, pollution, and urban squalor. I don't know if those problems have quite been fixed yet with the AI, which is now, and with the added on issues of severe wealth gap, mass cognitive displacement, and loss of human agency. Which is pretty much what we covered, I think, in our previous yapping run. So, I want to obviously, we should not ignore the risks. We should not ignore the pitfalls that are before us, because it feels like we kind of did that on some level with the Industrial Revolution. We're still dealing with it. By not dealing with it, we're still kind of dealing with it. But again, this was your daily technology heartbeat on the knowledge segment. And again, the reminder that the rumors of machines taking over have been greatly exaggerated. And that brings the knowledge segment to an end. Anyway, quick run through the barcade. Barcade. And then barcade.
Well, that was cool.
So checkers real quick. There's only one move to make here. We'll just do chess and checkers. That's just what you have to do. And then chess is
What's going on here?
getting wild.
We're white. Why don't we do another South Sun? Just Jumper, just for the fun.
Just for the fun of it, right? Like no besides there, you got to do it. Very good. Glad we snuck in today's barcade, sir, man. All right, and on that note, it brings our barcade segment to an end, and that also brings our brief today to an end. And we hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as we did preparing for it. Catch us for the next one later on today at 5 p.m. Eastern. As always, we want to know what you think. Please leave your comments in the chat, and we hope you might consider supporting us one day as a member as well. And now, your minute of Zen. All right. I don't know how close or off we were.
You should probably check one of these days.
Perhaps you're being reminded of what we said yesterday. All right. Let's lock in. Have a great day, and we'll see you at 5.